All aboard! We're talking about the Polar Express today. I recently learned that not everybody has seen this movie, so I guess I have to explain the Polar Express a bit. Based on a book. I love that book. I mean, look at that train. I love that train. I love trains in general. Do you love trains as much as I do? No? Just me. Well, that's okay too. This book is as follows. Some people don't believe in Santa, but one time I was on a magic train and I met Santa Claus and he gave me a sleigh bell, so I know that Santa is real. So how do you take a 16-page children's picture book and stretch it out into an hour-and-a-half long movie? Padding. And what does that padding bring us? More lore in the Polar Express universe than intended. This movie follows Hero Boy, which is his given name, and he's been doubting if this Santa guy is really, real. But then the Polar Express shows up on his doorstep and whisks him away. Other characters in this movie include Hero Girl, Tom Hanks, Know-It-All, Tom Hanks, Billy, and Tom Hanks. Each kid gets a golden ticket that gets 2 letters mysteriously punched out of it that later is revealed to be what they needed to learn on their journey. And this is already making me question so many things. Who gets to go on the Polar Express? Because it's not every kid in the world. Is it like a lottery that they didn't realize that they entered? Did these kids win golden tickets? Is it always different kids every year? Does every kid get to ride on the Polar Express? Do all of these kids doubt the existence of Santa in some way, and that's why the Polar Express arrives at their door? Does Know-It-All think that he knows better and he knows the facts about how Santa can exist? Does Hero Girl lack the confidence in herself to believe what she believes over what someone else is telling her? Does Billy realize that Santa gives better presents to the rich kids not because they've been nicer that year, but because they're rich? Don't make me tap the sign. Does Hero Boy only believe in things that he has seen for himself? I don't know. I don't know who gets picked up by the Polar Express. I don't know what the rules are. I just know that there seem to be rules. Anyways, then they travel on the train for a little bit, which is a part that I really like because I really like trains. During this, Hero Girl loses her ticket before it gets punched, and so the conductor takes her elsewhere. The people running this train are very mysterious and don't explain anything. It's kind of like a Holdo keeping the plan away from Poe situation. Reset the clock. Know-It-All says that they're going to throw her off of the train and causes huge panic in that cabin just because the conductor isn't upfront about what's happening. And what is happening? She's being taken to the engine car for some reason, and that reason seems to be to work on the Polar Express. And this string of events can only lead me to a horrifying conclusion that if you don't have a ticket on the Polar Express, you are forced to work on the train for eternity. This train takes wayward souls, gives them a ticket in the form of a lesson that they have to learn, and if they lose the ticket or presumably fail to learn their lesson, they're doomed to work forever on the Polar Express. These engineers, these tap dancing waiters, even the conductor were once passengers on this ghost train, and they failed to learn their lesson, and now they are doomed to perpetuate the train's mission to make sure that all kids believe in Santa. Is this the plot of Snowpiercer? I haven't seen that movie. Is this the plot of Snowpiercer? I don't know if it's Snowpiercer, but I do know that the train is purgatory. Denying the option of salvation, not getting on the train, dooms you to hell. But the train can bring you directly to heaven, which is the North Pole. Oh yeah. Hero Boy is busy on top of the train trying to get to the engine car so they can return Hero Girl's ticket and save her immortal soul, and he does this by skiing with Tom Hanks. Who is this? Who is this guy? Is he the Christmas spirit? Is he the devil? What is he doing here? Listen, I got it. Listen. He was once also a passenger on the Polar Express, and he learned his lesson and he was allowed to return to his real world life, but decided not to and stayed on the train willingly. Eventually, because he was immortal on this immortal ghost train, he died. But because it's a magic train, you can't truly die on the Polar Express. So he became the Christmas spirit on this whimsical magical train who protects people from falling off and dying just like he did. Whoa! I made all that up. But this movie does make you ask those questions. The world building kind of dies down a little bit because they're busy having train hijinks, like moving through the Caribou and going on this roller coaster train. Sign me up. Well, hang on a second. 179-degree grade? That would look like this. They'd die. This train has really powerful upstop wheels. Upstop wheels are the wheels that ride underneath the track of a roller coaster that stop the roller coaster train from flying off the track. Not important. And then they skid out onto this ice and they have to get back in line with the hang on a second. Trains can't turn left and right. How are they doing this? It's a magic train, TeeJay. Calm down. No. How are the kids doing in the back cars? Are they okay? Did they put on their seatbelts? Then it's been 45 minutes and they get to the North Pole and this movie's only half done. The main characters explore this apocalyptically empty elf city with really frightening Christmas music. Like, they're at the North Pole, and for some reason, the sound designers decided to make this a scary place. Up until the point that they have to do some Marble League nonsense in order to get into a pile of presents, then gets picked up by a funny blimp, and then they save Know-It-All, who is suffering from present entrapment. And then they knock over the star, but don't worry, the elves come and bungee jump and pull it back up. But do you know how dense and aerodynamic those elves have to be compared to that star in order for this to work? That star has to be made out of paper and those elves have to be made out of black holes. And then it is basically just the book. They get the full words on their little tickets, they get the sleigh bell, and they go home. I didn't even mention that when the train starts it has like 10 cars and then by the end of it it has like 5? Where did they go? Where did the kids on those cars go? Are they gone? Are they forced to be elves forever? Is the North Pole really hell? Listen, you can't just add nonsense to your movie without thinking of the implications, because one day I'm gonna see it and I'm gonna think way too hard about what it all means. I still can't figure out if Muppets Most Wanted was canon in the Muppets universe or just a movie that the Muppets were acting in. This is what keeps me up at night. Are the Muppets currently, canonically, trapped in a gulag and that's why they haven't made another Muppets movie since? Anyway, the Polar Express is about taking a train to the North Pole to meet Santa and some stuff happens. And it's possible that that's actually all it's about. I'll see you in the next one. Some people don't believe in Santa, but one time...